The jack-o'-lantern is one of Halloween's most recognizable icons. Come October 31st, houses are lined with these ghoulish orange pumpkin faces, their eyes glowing in the macabre autumn night.
Unless you live here in New Zealand, where Halloween actually falls in the spring, where pumpkins are green and tough as nails, and no one really knows how to carve them anyway.
Here are 5 easy steps to carving a pumpkin for Halloween.
Here in New Zealand, we can't seem to import the proper big orange American pumpkins, which were actually an 18th century addition to the holiday. So we need to make do with what we've got, which brings me, of course, to step 1.
Jack-o'-lanterns come in all shapes and sizes, whether they're made from pumpkins or gourds or turnips, like they originally were before the 18th century.
You want your pumpkin, or gourd, like in this case, to be as round as possible, with no bruises on the flesh, really colourful and with a flat base. So really, nothing like this one. Just as important as the shape is the sound. If thumping your pumpkin produces a hollow sound, it is ready for carving.
There is evidence to say that in the late 19th century, the carved pumpkin was aesthetically influenced by the ghosts and ghouls of old Celtic folklore, and later even African mysticism, which is how we get to the signature snaggletooth jack-o'-lantern we still know today.
While traditional jack-o'-lanterns were mainly spooky faces, you can carve whatever you like into your pumpkins.
You can use a stencil to draw your pumpkin's face, or if you're confident enough, you can go freehand. As far back as 1898, Martha Russell Ornin stated in her pamphlet Halloween, How to Celebrate It, that a Halloween party should be grotesquely decorated in jack-o'-lanterns where a pumpkin is carefully hollowed out until nothing but the shell of the rind remains.
So with that in mind, let's get ready for carving.
If you've got the correct pumpkin carving tools, use them. Otherwise, you'll need to carefully use a knife to cut the crown off of your pumpkin. Next, you want to remove all the seeds and mush from the inside of your pumpkin. Get as much of it as possible because you want it to be completely empty so that more light can shine through it. This next part is obvious, but the most important part. Carefully carve out the design you've drawn for your pumpkin. The true power of the jack-o'-lantern is the fact that the simple, common pumpkin is quickly transformed as features are carved into its skin. As the face takes form, so does its mutation into an icon that is instantly recognizable, a creature of fear which evokes a sense of terror, despite the fact that the jack-o'-lantern is as dead and lifeless as the dry autumn leaves surrounding it.
I know, it's spring over here, so never mind.
Finally, place a lit candle inside your jack-o'-lantern so it glows in the spooky Halloween night. We have to use fake ones though, for health and safety purposes.
So there you have it. This year, you really have no excuse not to carve yourself a pumpkin, a gourd, or even a traditional turnip if you're feeling lucky. Happy Halloween!